Ladies and gentlemen, this is tonight's co-main event sponsored by FM Roofing. And it is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Shamrock FC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the cage law blue corner. He holds a professional record of 5 wins versus 3 defeats. He stands 6 feet tall, weighed in 169.4 pounds. He's fighting out of DuQuoin, Illinois, by way of Marion, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam the Killer Davis. Across the cage, his opponent fighting tonight out of the first 4 red corner. Tonight, he is accompanied to the cage by Shamrock FC veteran and UFC standout Joaquin Buckley. Ladies and gentlemen, this fighter holds a professional record undefeated at 2-0. He stands 5 feet 10 tall, weighed in 170 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Referee Mike Anglin has the call for your co-main event of the evening. Cage time can be a needed thing. Max has not experienced it yet, whereas Zach Davis has. Here we go. Max Choriev in the red tape, Zach Davis in the blue.
Zach in southpaw stance.
Choriev laying him out.
Oh, Max switches to southpaw. Good inside leg kick there by Zach. Working that front leg.
Heavy hands out of Choriev, big knee to the body. Choriev swarms, Davis swings away.
Yeah, Max really putting the pressure on. Throwing everything with a lot of force.
Now, 80% of Zach Davis's wins comes by TKO or KO. 100% of his losses have come that way.
Live by the sword, die by the sword, huh? Well, you know, here's the thing, man. As we get deeper into the round, you know, Max came out very strong, but, you know, you can't, it's hard to keep that pace 15 minutes. So let's see how he's able to keep that intensity throughout the fight. Goes up high, but Zach not phased, very relaxed, keeping those hands up, moving. Not eating really, he hasn't taken any real bad shots yet.
Right. And as I said, though, Choriev has only spent 3.5 minutes total in his professional career.
Yeah, and he's coming up on that time in the cage now. So, I mean.
Choriev looking for the takedown.
Gets the takedown. Looking to scoop Zach off the cage here. He's going to go right into mount.
This is a bad position.
This is not a good position for Zach Davis at all. You know,
plenty of time.
Zach has him gift wrapped. Was able to take that to the back. Look for Max to flatten Zach out. He lost one of his hooks. See if he's able to get that hook back in. Flatten Zach out.
Trying to finish here.
He has plenty of time here. He can pick his shots.
Choriev in complete control of the back. Dropping those elbows from that top position.
Flatten Zach out. Look for Max to try to get Zach flat, land some big shots, and try to, you know, end the fight here.
Choriev is just dropping bombs from this back position.
But Max doing a good job protecting himself, not allowing Zach to really flatten him or keep him flat. He's flat right here, but look, he does a good job getting right back to his knees.
Halfway through the first round.
Again, Max just throws those hooks right back in, flattens Zach out. This is not a good position for Zach to be in. I'd like to see Zach roll all the way through if he can and maybe end up inside or half guard. Maybe he can wrestle up there. Or stand up, see if he can possibly step up with that right outside leg. Obviously, way easier said than done. Big shots by Zach, or by Max.
By Max.
Yeah, throwing those elbows right into the ribs of Zach.
Davis does a good job to get back to his feet. Huge knee to the head.
He's able to block it.
St. Louis,
Davis looking for that overhand.
And Davis, doesn't seem to be phased. He
Davis
worked
has got
through that
a lot
position.
Of time.
Yeah, the fight's not over yet. We still got 2 rounds. You got a minute left. Minute 15 left in this round. You keep fighting the entirety of the fight.
Big hands by Choriev. This is now the longest Max Choriev has been in the cage in his professional career.
Goes right for the takedown.
Down to 1 minute remaining in the first round.
Zach has the neck, but Max is moving right into side control here, eliminating Zach's ability to really, get a guillotine. Zach's able to catch him in half guard here.
Down to 40 seconds remaining here in the first round. Max getting heavy on top here. Davis doing a great job, though, here, trying to get back to full guard.
Oh, nice short elbow here by Max. Good job by Zach, to mitigate the damage that he's receiving.
Oh, big chopping kick there. A little axe kick out of Choriev.
Max really mixing it up and just trying to just damage Zach as the best he can. Good elbow there.
Open guard position
this is
for Davis.
Vicious ground and pound by
10
Max.
seconds.
Just relentless pressure by Max with that round. He had Zach just constantly defending. Obviously, this is the longest that Max has been in a fight. Let's see how he responds in these later rounds.
Exactly. This is uncharted territory for Choriev, whereas Davis has been here many times.
Yeah, and that's got to play a factor. So
let's take a look here at our instant replay. Early flurry here coming out. Choriev looking for those hands, keeps those up. Good at cutting off the cage. Easy on the leg kick. Choriev then throws huge shots here. Big knee.
Just amazing pressure by by Max. Just coming forward, big shots, threw everything with intention. Relentless pressure the entirety of that round. That was a very clear, dominating round by Max. Looks very fresh as he's coming into the second round.
Second round underway.
Zach is got to be more conscious of the takedown coming into this round, without a doubt. He's starting to
He's
take it to
also
Max.
got to feel a little better that he survived that flurry.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he worked through some very bad spots, and he's still in this. And he knows as the fight goes on, it just plays in his favor.
Oh!
Big head kick landed.
Set him on his
Stunned
heels.
him.
Choriev.
And then a big body shot drops him.
Choriev just trying to finish.
He's trying.
Davis surviving. Can he hold on?
That's just that veteran status right there by Zach. Doing a good job, just staying alive.
100%.
4 minutes left in this round. Look for Zach to step over into mount. Max to step over into mount again. He's in half guard here.
Max now dropping bombs.
Big shots here. Again, Max's left arm around the body of Zach. He has that left arm trapped of Zach's. He can just sit here and just land big shots if that's what he wants to do. As you can see, Zach just holding on to that right arm of Max. That's where the danger is.
Zach trying to get back here to half
Wouldn't
guard.
be surprised to see, Max maybe throw a short elbow here or something. Right back in the full guard.
Huge hammer fist coming out of Choriev. Referee Mike Anglin right on top of the action.
Yeah, big shots, but Zach is doing a good job of defending himself. A lot of those hit the arm and the body. weren't really causing significant damage to the head.
Now we look at the potential of an arm triangle.
Arm triangle.
Choriev is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt.
And he's nice and strong. So,
Yes.
once he gets that squeeze, it can be tough to get out. Ooh, knees to the body. Mike England's saying be careful with those knees.
Yeah, you can't knee to the spine.
Cannot hit the spine, and those were pretty close there, and that's the tap.
And that's it! A huge win for Max Choriev. What a dominant performance.
Yeah, start to finish, Max went out there and by definition imposed his will.
Let's take a look here at the instant replay now. Choriev on top. Gets that arm locked in. Talk us through this.
Yeah, he has the arm triangle right there. He was worried about the knee, so he just goes right into mount and it's almost like a smother choke.
A beautiful win for Max Choriev. Let's send it up to the cage to make it
display.
official.
Ladies and gentlemen, before your official decision, I want you to know 15 opponents turned down Max Choriev before Zach Davis said yes. Let's hear it for Zach the Cadillac Davis. "15 pros said no before he said yes." Ladies and gentlemen, this contest comes to a close in 2 minutes, 19 seconds of round number 2 because of a head and shoulder choke. Your winner by submission and still undefeated, Choriev!
A big win, moving to 3-0. 15 opponents, Adam.
It's a lot of people who don't like to fight.